Hello everyone, good evening. My name is George Espinosa. Welcome to this listening and speaking for assignment. Second bimester, video number 2, in which today we're going to be talking about another very interesting topic. The topic for today is water everywhere. Today I'm going to be answering a set of 3 questions that relate to this problem, in which it talks about the importance of water and some important suggestions and things that you can do to protect one of the most precious things that we have, which is water. So let's start with the question number 1. The question number 1 says, why do we need water so badly? Well, this is a very important question and a very interesting one actually, because we have to come to understand that water is life. Directly or indirectly, water affects all facets of life. It affects all forms of vegetation, all forms of life, all forms of land. It produces the oxygen that animals, plants, and human beings need in order for them to survive. So we have to come to understand that water, it is the most precious thing that we have, and we have to treasure it and take care of it as such. The question number 2 is, what issues do countries and communities face when there is a water shortage? Well, unfortunately, the most common problems that developing countries and communities face when it comes to water is the scarcity of drinkable water. They have to face floods. They have to face contamination of oceans and rivers. And they also have to face that it has become a normality for people to pollute the drinkable water. And what's even worse is that in some developing countries, the act of defecation is still in effect. So these are some of the major problems that some countries and small communities have to do, because people are not taking care of water. They are just polluting it. They're just wasting it. There's no awareness about how important water is, and that by disposing toxics and contaminants into the oceans, into the rivers, by spilling oil into the drain, or using our toilet as a garbage can, those are the things that can affect the quality of the water. So we have to become aware of all these problems, and those are some of the things that some countries and communities have to face when it comes to water shortage. So let's talk about the last question. The last question says, what should be done to protect our water supplies? Well, fortunately for us, there's a lot of things that we can do in order for us to protect water supplies. The number 1 is to become aware how important water is. Once you become aware of that, then you know that you have to take care of the water. So the things that you can do, that I suggest that you can do, is to dispose any kind of chemicals or toxics in the proper recycled containers. Don't just throw it in the, through the drain or whatever, just be mindful of that. That also applies for pharmaceutical stuff, anything that has to do with medicines and all that. Also, there's proper containers for that. Don't use too much fertilizer. If you're going to fertilize your plants or your vegetables, don't use too much fertilizer. When you take a shower, don't take long showers. Take short showers, because like I said, you have to become aware that, try to be mindful of not wasting water. Another suggestion that I do, that I will tell you, is that make sure that your faucets are properly closed, because sometimes, you may have one faucet that is not properly fixed and there's dripping, so you're wasting precious water there. So make sure that you do that. And also, there's also communities and there's also organizations that they offer volunteer work for you to participate, to promote water awareness, so that you can learn how to take action and to enforce your government or enforce your community to become aware of how precious water is. Because like I said, water is life. Like, without water, a person can live without food for 30 days. But without water, a person cannot live more than 2-3 days tops. So we have to come to understand the fact that we have the most precious thing, which is water. So we have to really have to treasure it. We really have to value its value, because it's gold. So once you become aware of that, then I can assure you that you will be able to every time you use water, you would be able to use it mindfully and make sure you don't waste it, because the water that you're wasting right now here, there's people in Africa or other countries that have to travel miles away to drink that water. So before you waste your water, think of those people that could use the water that you're wasting today. It's been a pleasure, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.